I want to make a video giving some advice to people just starting their channels out, to give you some encouragement and to let you know of the things that you gotta look out for, the things you gotta do, and the things you gotta avoid. Okay? Let's jump right into it. Number one, I've said this before and I know it hurts, but you've got to remember nobody cares about you. It's harsh, I know, but when you are just starting out on YouTube and even after you start to gain an audience, most of your audience is not going to care about you. And in the beginning, you don't have an audience, so nobody cares about you. Just always keep that in mind. Don't think that you can just start a vlog following yourself around and expressing your opinions and to have people suddenly flock to you. They have no reason to. You're just another random person. Don't get discouraged though, okay? Don't let that discourage you. What you need to do is you need to figure out what value do you offer to other people with your content. Is it entertainment or is it education? That seems to be the two biggest things to me. There can also be a hybrid of the two. Those perhaps are the most interesting, is when you can give some educational value with a laugh. That doesn't mean that your channel has to be just like another stupid unboxing channel. Like there's so many things that you can do that would be educational and or entertaining. Just think about it. What value am I providing to a total stranger who doesn't care about me? They just care about what I have to tell them. And then over time, you woo them until they care about you a little bit, at least until you start making content they don't like. All right, so number two, a lot of people are saying, what kind of camera should I get? And then you have other people saying, gear doesn't matter. Here's the thing, gear doesn't really matter, but what matters is, can you use the camera you have and the audio equipment you have to its fullest? And you might be saying, Frank, I'm just starting out. I don't have a camera. I don't have audio equipment. I just have my phone. Great. But do you know how to use it so that you get the best product? You want it to look as good as it can, so you need to find some good lighting. A lot of people, they just go near an open window in the daytime. Boom, you got some good lighting. You need good audio? Your phone probably has a good microphone on it. And to make it even clearer, get close to the phone. Like, look at the framing here. Look how close I am. If I was 10 feet across the room, it would be much more difficult to hear me. I've seen people who have made great vlogs just with their phone or just with their webcam, but everything is clear because it's well lit and they're close and speaking towards the microphone. Number three, when you start talking, have a clear idea of what you're going to talk about. You don't need to write a script. You don't need to have a really rigid outline, but you need to have some idea of what you're going to talk about. Plan out the arc of what you're going to say. Like, I'm going to start talking about, some problems I'm having in this area of life, and then how they got really bad, and then how I think I'm going to fix them. You don't need to necessarily have every single thing you're going to have planned out, but have something planned. As I've made more and more videos, I realize how important this is to making a coherent, enjoyable thing to watch. Oh, it's not very enjoyable. The commenters say, yeah, shut up. A sub point of this is, don't start off by doing day in the life vlogs where you're just like, oh, now I'm getting lunch. We're going to get lunch. Cool. No one cares. No one cares about you. Don't do it. I mean, if it's something like, hey, we're trying out this new restaurant in this city, other people might want to see what it's like. There's some value. Why don't we stop right quick for a commercial break? FJ's bonus tip is, if you want to do YouTube for the money, you'd make more per hour working at Starbucks, and at least there you'd get free coffee. Thanks very much for sitting through that. Number four is sort of like related to number three. Use editing to your advantage. I know not everyone has a computer with editing software on it, but a lot of people do. Maybe you don't even realize it. If you have a Mac, you have iMovie. If you have Windows, you probably have Windows Movie Maker. Use editing to your advantage to cut out either long pauses in what you're saying or to retroactively structure. Like, if you didn't have a very good outline, you can go back now that you've recorded your video and restructure things and cut out the things that aren't necessary, cut out when you repeat yourself, and it just makes things flow much better. It really also takes a lot of pressure off of you when you know it's okay if I stop for 30 seconds and think about what I'm going to say next. That's much better than just keeping babbling because you're like, oh crap, I can't edit this. This is one take. Just edit it. All right, number 5, copy your influences smartly. All right, so a lot of people get into vlogging, get into YouTube because they saw some other chump on YouTube who they really liked and they just wanted to do what that person is doing. I can't blame you, that's what I did. But the thing is, if you copy your influence too directly, then you just become a clone. The number of Casey Neistat clones that are out there is embarrassing. You see people who are literally, they're wearing the Neistat glasses, they're even copying all of his mannerisms. They're trying to do exactly what he's doing, and then they wonder why it's not as popular as Casey. It's because you can't do Casey as well as Casey can do Casey. When you copy your influences, don't just look on the surface level. Don't just say, oh, Casey wears glasses all the time. Think of it at the deeper level. What does this mean in the abstract? What it means is he has a signature thing he wears. Okay, what can I have that's signature that I wear all the time that sets me apart? Do you get what I'm saying, congregation? Dearly beloved, do you understand? Number 6, this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but accept that you're not going to be very good for a while. It depends on how fast you can pick this up. You might need to learn from scratch how to talk in front of a camera, how to come up with interesting things to talk about, how to use your equipment correctly, how to edit. There's a lot of things that you might be starting from scratch with, and it's okay. Like you're not supposed to be great at it from the very beginning. A lot of YouTubers have backgrounds in other things like media that allows them to have a head start. You may or may not have that. Number 7, accept that you're not gonna have much of an audience for a while. There are some YouTubers I've seen that went for years with a really small audience, but they didn't give up. They kept doing it consistently. And the thing is, consistency is important because as you keep doing it, just putting out more and more videos, even if like it seems no one is watching them, you're getting better. And if you keep at it, it's a numbers game. Eventually, if you keep critically looking at your videos and improving, you'll get an audience eventually. I think about one YouTuber that I follow whose channel blew up in 2018. Her name is Amy Landino, and she made videos for years. And I was looking through some of her old videos, and one of them was called 200th video special or whatever, and it was the 200th video she made, or maybe it was even like the 300th, but it was a lot. It was more than I've made now. And in the video she says something like, I have 2,700 subscribers. It was a really low number. It was below 5,000, and I was like shocked because here I am, I've just made 100 videos and I have 22,000. Everyone's at a different pace. Don't judge yourself for being at a slow pace. Number 8, when you start to get that audience, be grateful for them and interact with them. This is something I feel very guilty about. I didn't do it at first. I was just looking through my comments. I looked at the very first comment I got on my first video, and I didn't even like it. I didn't hit the like button on the comment. I didn't respond. I didn't give it a heart. What was I thinking? That was dumb. What really brought this home to me was I saw a video by a YouTuber called Mr. Beast. I don't know if you've heard of him. His channel has kind of blown up in the last year. He has 7 or 8 million subscribers, I think. I saw a video by him that he made a few years ago when he only had, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers, maybe even less. And he said, he was given advice. He was like, dude, you've got to reply to every comment you get. If you have under 10,000 subscribers, you are an idiot if you are not replying to every single comment, because you need to create engagement. Someone's going to remember a creator saying, hey, thanks for the comment. And I feel guilty now as my channel's growing. And because I have a day job, I make excuses, right? Sometimes it's hard for me to reply to any comments on a video, but then I try to get back in there for another one and reply to them. It's just, do it while you're small. It'll help you build your channel. So those are my 8 bits of advice. If there's something I left out that you think would be good for someone just starting a YouTube channel, put it in the comments. And to all of you out there who have just started YouTube, or who you're thinking about making a channel but you just aren't sure just do it. Just get out there, put yourself out there, keep at it, be consistent, be grateful for the audience that you get. Don't hold yourself to too high of a standard. Just say to yourself, I'm not going to compare myself to other people. I'm just comparing myself to me yesterday. And most of all, just have fun. That's what YouTube is about. Having fun, kicking back with your buddies. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, stay cool and attractive. Well, I'm making this up as I go along. Well, I hope it turns alright, 'cause I'm not writing another song. This is my third or fourth attempt, and I'm about to be held in contempt of court if I have to keep doing this. That don't even make sense, man.